I believe most new affiliates also fail because they'll first see that, hey, this campaign, it's negative ROI. It has no potential, and therefore they just give up. Now, if you stuck around, you already know that I talk about how there are ways to improve upon a campaign. You shouldn't expect it to make money right away. And when I see a negative 30% ROI campaign, to me, that's gold. I can make money off this. So you might be wondering, how is that possible? Well, here's why. When new affiliates see the overall results, they quit. But when experienced affiliates see the overall results, they probe further. In other words, I will right click this and hit the report button and see the gold within this campaign. Because most likely, this campaign, sure, it's overall red and negative, but there might be some gold within it. So, what do I mean? Let me show you. Now, one of the first things you should look for in your campaign when you hit the report button is to go to the custom tab and click teaser ID. Now, what that means is these ID numbers here correspond to the ad that you've uploaded within MGID. Now, typically ads are the very first thing a visitor is going to experience when they encounter your campaign. And because of that, it's important to dig deep and look at which ad is performing better than the others. So, as were shown in the previous slide or the previous screen, the overall campaign was negative. However, there are three ads here that are positive ROI. So, what does that tell me? Well, whatever's red, you should either probably pause it, reduce the bids on those or so, and then look further as to why these ads are running. You can do that by simply clicking drill down report and so on to get any further data as to how it's performing with another landing page if you're split testing or widget ID targeting and so on. But this is one of the first things you should look at. Which ads are winning? Which ads are getting the most conversions? Which ads are positive ROI? And you should consider pausing and blocking the other ads within MGID. So I did a drill down report on the top ad, and the next place you should consider checking is go to the custom and hit the widget ID button. And the reason for that is because it shows your winning ad on which websites that they've been placed on and how they perform. So for example, the ad is now on this website and it has 251% ROI. And as you can see on the other ones, it's not doing so hot. So you could just simply pause those targeting in the selective bidding feature or reduce the bid. If it's borderline negative, it could be potentially positive if you decrease the bid specifically on that widget ID and not just on the whole ad. And those are some things to consider. So, for example, if I just simply ran that top ad on some of these top widget IDs, chances are the whole campaign is going to be profitable. So, the main point I'm trying to express to you here is that you should be digging deep within your campaign, looking at the reports, asking questions as to what's working, what isn't, and simply keep doing whatever is green and stop doing whatever is red. If it's borderline or questionable, you might want to run it more to see how many conversions it gets and so on. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. And ideally, you should also be looking at the big losers within the campaign. So these aren't the only categories you could review. You could check out the iOS. You could also check out the browsers and so on. And if you notice a pattern there, that's what you're looking for. If you notice something is considerably negative and red, is getting no conversions at all, you should consider removing that from your campaign and fine tuning it so that you're only focusing on the stuff that is bringing in the money. Now, of course, I'm here to help you. It's going to be confusing at first. You might not know what questions to ask at first when you're getting your feet wet with your first campaign. So I'll be here to help you. And if you come this far, if you actually completed all the previous lectures, I'll be happy to do so if you just show me some details, because I cannot answer and provide the best help if it's a general question like, hey, why is my campaign not profitable? I can't help you if that's your question. You should be as specific as possible. Tell me what your main question is, what you're trying to solve, and so on. And of course, you could just do that through the Q&A, or you could message me if you prefer, or you could also message me on Facebook through the Facebook group. So I hope that helps. You should be digging deep and asking analytical questions as to what's working, what isn't, and of course, not expect to make money right away, but to find the gold within the campaign so that you can fine tune it so that it does make money. So I hope that helps. This is Paulo Purdue from libertyblueprint.com. Take care. See you on the next lecture.